A lucky dog. What's going on? How's it going?
2450 Butler Street, across the Williamson Highway. Wilson Road, communications up.
Hey, Alex, I'm good. Thanks. Hopefully everybody's well. One of our longtime friends and probably a top 10 follower. I hope he's okay. Yvonne, she said she was sick the other day. Saturday, I think it was. We haven't seen her since, so hopefully she's okay. Right now, there's just a little bit of rain. I think we're kind of like on the edge. Most of it went to the north and northwest of us so far. So, but they're calling for heavier stuff later tonight. But north and west of us is getting slammed.
10 a.m. at 1383 ALS rapid heart rate. 1632 Main Street, cross the Kiernan Avenue. Solar temper communications ops 11126.
Thanks, Fred.
You're responding 1126. Photo patient for 2450 Butler Street. Called by one of the nurses for an 82-year-old male with pneumonia, shortness of breath. You could check your notes or call us.
I have nice wipers. I don't know what's on here, actually. I think the dealer put them on. I don't think I replaced these. Or did I replace these? Yeah, I'm not sure what's on there. But they're nice and smooth, right? Lucky dogs. Hi, Renee. Hello, Jean.
Phone a patient for 2450 Street. 82-year-old male with pneumonia, breath. You could call us for additional.
Late afternoon, evening for Lancaster County. Yeah, that's what they're saying here too, I guess. It's a nice clean wipe, right?
Virginia
Hello,
Street,
Ben.
South 6th Street, ALS breathing problems.
Hey, Patel. Alex, yeah, it was this morning. It was coming down a little heavier.
South 6th Street, ALS breathing problems.
He likes clean wipes. I do. Look at that. Beautiful, huh?
Good night, Frank.
I'm in 88.7 from Periscope. Oh, okay. Yeah, Periscope. The good old days. Any guys out there use dude wipes for your ass? No problem. That was on the Hummer. I forget what the name's on the Hummer. Remember I had that problem in the winter? So I had to test a couple wipers out till I found a good one. That's what you're thinking of the ones I put on the Hummer. Good morning, Randy. 6 or 7 inches. All right. This is just a light, steady rain. People are furious with Wolf. Well, no shit. Three years left to him. I can't even look at him. I can't even hear him. I can't even listen to him. I can't hear him speak. It makes me so angry. You're in Mississippi. Oh, of course, you're getting... You got more than we did. Yeah, he didn't. His health secretary did that. Because he doesn't have the power to do it anymore. Because we the people spoke at election time. So he's been stripped of his power, so he can't do it. But see, he's a little sissy boy, so he'll go around that way. And school districts, they still should be able to do what they want. I don't know. There's going to be big fights and arguments, and it's just going to be a bad beginning of the school year. Parents are going to be pissed. Yeah, back to the BS. Glad I don't have kids in school. Oh boy, I'd be one of them parents. Would not be good. Especially back in the day when I had less patience than I do today. Yeah, exactly. How are the roads? Wet. No flooding. So what you're looking at now is Route 22 in Allentown. The impact of Hurricane Ida. Or Storm Ida. I don't know if it's no longer a hurricane. I'm not even sure if it's a tropical storm at this point. No wind. Just a steady rain. The roads can handle it so far. So maybe as the day progresses, it'll get worse. Maybe it won't. I have my fingers crossed that we get out of this pretty easy and not a whole lot of flooding and damage. I'm sure the rain will get heavy at times and then slow down, and we'll get breaks in between. So we'll see what happens. Again, I'm not a weatherman, all right? I'm more of a businessman than a weatherman. All I know is I woke up to the sound of, a good downpour. And I said, oh, it's raining outside. I didn't have to turn on the news. I didn't have to watch any stupid fucking Facebook pages to tell me what the weather's going to be like. Then I looked out the window and said, oh, yeah. The clouds, it looks like rain today. No big deal. Well, what is the big deal? Why do we make a big deal out of this, is what I ask myself then. Fucking bunch of fruit flakes. And that's a combination of a fruit and a snowflake, all right? This is going to be like a summer thunderstorm. Summer rain all day, There was a bigger problem for other people in other regions, but when it gets up here, when a goddamn hurricane hits down there, by the time it gets up here, all right, we're getting some rain. I might get a few inches. Huh? I know a lot of women wish they could get a few fucking inches. Please stay on your own side of the road. Thank you. Oh, flooding's gonna occur. You know what flooding is in this area? I can tell you the same 5 fucking spots in my area that flood every time it drizzles. This is not considered flooding, people. It happens even in the smallest thunderstorm, all right? It's not a big deal here. They act like the Lehigh River and the Delaware River are gonna come over 10 feet over their banks and flood the whole cities and wash everything away, and we're gonna have houses floating down the goddamn highway. No. I don't think going to the same streets every time it rains to show us a puddle is major news. It's not major news anymore. It's over. I've did it for 50 years in this goddamn community. I know exactly the spots that it floods, and it's not news. It's not a big deal. None of it. But people get all bent out of shape. They'll show the same fucking pictures, all right? Why not just keep them on file? And every time it rains, why go out and take the picture of the goddamn park that flooded, or Lehigh Street that floods, or Eberhard Road that floods, or Hamilton Street out at 20th that floods? Take the goddamn pictures, put them on your hard drive, and save them. And every time it rains, just post the same fucking picture. You don't have to go out and take it. We know. It's the same areas that flood every single time we get a little downpour. And it's just sickening. I get tired. It's like the C19 and the same bullshit over and over and over. And they make a big deal about nothing. Christ, if you don't know what floods in your town when it rains, and to avoid it, then you're a dumbass. You have your head in the sand. That's all I can say. It's raining today. I'm figuring some spots that I know are going to flood out, especially when it comes down heavy. What's the big deal? Is it news? No. And then we get, 15 rescue calls, and every rescue call goes the same way. 3 cars are stuck in the roadway. We think there's people in it. And when you get there ain't nobody in the fucking car. All right? It's not news. Stupid people, I don't consider our news. And you'd think they would know the same street that floods every time, but no, they'll try to drive through it in their little Chevy Spark or something. There's a real tiny car, or they got a BMW that they think is God, and it can turn into a boat. No. So hey, it is what it is, people. I don't even turn the weather on. I didn't even want to watch. The weather was such bullshit yesterday. That's how I came across 69 News in the C19 word. 5, 6, 7 minutes of just nothing but that. And they do it every single day since day one. It doesn't get tiring? Aren't they tired of talking about it? It's like every time it rains, aren't the meteorologists tired of showing us the same flooded areas over and over and over? You think, the town and PennDOT or the Army engineers would fucking come and fix those areas? Because there's only a handful of them in each community. You think they'd be able to fix the drainage problem. And then there would be no more news. There would be no more flooding. But maybe I'm fucking retarded. Okay, are they broke? Is the bank open? Hello?
Hello?
How do I get in?
Just push the button.
Which button?
Anyone.
Oh, really? Oh, look at that. All right. I thought it was broke again.
Good morning.
Good morning. I thought if I hit the send button, it was going to send the tube over empty to you. All right.
Is this it here?
What's that?
Do I need to send it back?
No, that's it.
Okay.
I don't need it here. Stupid freaking new technology. It says push button to send tube, and I was like, well, if there's a door on it, and I couldn't grab the tube, so I thought if I hit that button, it's going to send the tube. She goes, no, hit any button. I said, well, it doesn't say anything. It says send carrier over. So why would I hit that button if I can't get to the carrier? And then call for service. It doesn't say open door. So she says, no, just hit any button. So, all right, now I learned something.
You got a correction on the address, please.
Maybe she can hear me.
Looks like the ambulance just left for the hospital.
Hi, Mindy Willits.
Copy. You terminate the
A
call,
Chevy
or
Spark.
they'll monitor you. Where are you connected to?
By the Schuylkill River. Technology, any button. Chevy Volt. You get fucking electrocuted. Let me scroll through here. Bank hostage, are they working from home? Mindy, hello, Ron. You're in Pottstown. 17.8 inches will lap our doors. Really? Christ. It's not even doing it. I mean, it's drizzling. That's what I mean. You know, in today's times, you're better off not going on social media. You know, this little storm approach. You know, this area, why do we make a big deal about Ida when it's not even a hurricane in our region? That's not news here. We don't care what happens in New Orleans. Why is it our business? What's the big deal? All right, now it's approaching. Okay, you're going to get some rain, maybe a thunderstorm. There's not even, the trees aren't even blowing. There's not one, the wind must be calm right now. Maybe 3 miles an hour. You know, you go on Facebook, I see 18 fucking weather pages. At least when I fucking show a fire, you know it already occurred and it's done. I didn't predict it. You know, I don't come out here and go, yeah, there's going to be 2-3 alarm fires today. People, please check your cords at home and don't leave your stove unattended and make sure there's no oily rags in your garage because there's going to be 2-3 alarm fires today, and stand out here and drive around and show houses that aren't burning and then nothing ever happens. Could you imagine me doing that? Hey, there's going to be a car fire today. It could be you. I just know it. Or there's going to be a car on its roof today. Please check your tires. Make sure your wheels are balanced. You have a front end alignment. Nothing's loose. Your ball joints are good because somebody is going to flip their car today. Make sure you're wearing your seatbelts, people, because there's going to be at least 18 auto extrications today because it's raining out. Make sure your treads on your tires are good, all right? Could you imagine us predicting news? So why predict the weather? I just don't. I can't figure it out. Fucking retards. You get when it fucking happens, you know? Why predict weather? I don't understand. You tell the weather as it happens.
Have a good day.
Okay, thanks.
Ciao.
Yep, see ya. Man, that fucking tube has good suction. I'll tell you what. That tube has some great fucking suction. Can it suck? I mean, come on, you load that tube up with money, and it sucks it right over to the fucking girl at the other end of the window. That's amazing. It goes up and even turns. How can a straight long tube turn? I don't understand. And get sucked in like that. That's a fucking suck job. Holy shit. If I worked there and the bank closed it, or I was the cleaning person and I was in there, I'd try to put my dick in there and turn that fucking suck machine on. See what that fucking does, huh? Anyway, back to predicting weather. Yeah, why do we only predict weather? Why don't we predict news? Like I said, I predicted like how many things now? Car fire, car crash, and a house fire. I'm predicting I'm going to be at one today. And then whatever comes, you'll be like, oh, this guy's a complete asshole. He's like the weatherman. Because the weathermen have nothing to do, you know what I mean? Because they know we can look outside and say, oh, it's raining today. Look at those nasty clouds. This doesn't look good. Right? Why do they need to tell us that? So they try to tell us this 4 days, 7 days. Remember back in when I was growing up? The 3-day forecast, blah, 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 blah. Then it got the 5-day forecast. You know, when you got like 10, now you're 12 years old, it's a 5-day forecast. By the time you're 16, a 7-day forecast. And I'm like, holy fuck, they're predicting this shit 7 days in advance. I thought 3 was awesome. Now, your 20-day forecast, blah, blah, blah. Now, right? They can predict the fucking winter. Or how bad the hurricane season's gonna be. Whoa, like months in advance. This is amazing fucking shit right here. Huh? They're so bored, they couldn't keep it at 3 fucking days. Like, we need to know what's happening 7 days out. Now, if you see a big fucking cloud churning in the middle of the Atlantic and it's heading for Florida, that's a reason for concern. I can say, hey, listen, people, on radar, we see this fucking thing. We don't know what it is. It's getting bigger, and it's heading towards Florida. You people might want to hunker down. All right, we'll take that, 4 days out. Great. Thanks for the fucking warning.
51, they're actually saying he's going to be on the ramp.
Holy shit. Hey, Joe, in 2024, your house is going to completely burn down to the fucking ground. It's going to be a wild house fire season. People, please check your cords, your stoves. Make sure your gas lines are good. Make sure your deck is okay. You don't want to be flicking a cigarette out there on old fucking wood. Make sure you don't have mulch close to the house. Because the fucking chipmunk might chew through the wire that's under there that feeds your goddamn stupid lighting in front of your house, and it's gonna blow a spark, and it's gonna catch the thing on fire at 4 a.m. You ain't gonna see it, and your whole house is gonna burn the fuck down. Please, Joe, just move the fuck out of that house. It's gonna burn down in 2024. All right? You heard it here first on News Working. Now, do you get what I'm trying to say? Do you get what I'm trying to say? Do I have to go deeper? Do I have to keep going on? Now you understand weathermen. All right, what they're trying to do to us. And guess what? Every single person I know, everybody, has the weather map on their phone. Why do I need a retarded human being to go on and say, show me pictures on Facebook, right, of the fucking radar? I'm like, I think everybody here watching, looking at this, we've already seen those fucking images. Why do you got to show them to us? Now, when I take a picture of a fucking fire, chances are, out of the 45,000 people that follow me on Facebook, have no fucking, maybe, 5 of them know that there's a fire there. And all the firemen that listen to the scanner know there's a fire. Maybe a couple witnesses are there to take pictures that are, here that watch my... But the rest of the 45,200 people out of the 45,500, they have no clue. They want to see pictures of it. I put it up. That is worthwhile. Showing me an image of a storm brewing coming up through Tennessee. Oh, this is going to be a bad one. No shit. I've been watching it actually moving on my fucking phone along with the rest of the fucking community. You know, you're not smart anymore. You weather people, your job, you're actually done. You can work for a TV station or something, or, you know, the National Weather Service. But with everybody having phones, we don't need Facebook pages telling us this fucking bullshit. And it's fucking stupid. Hello. Anyway, let's go back to the fucking, how do I switch the camera? All right, there's the button. Hold on. You don't want to see my fucking face anymore. Look at the clouds, huh? I'm giving you, you know, action right now. Here's the clouds. You can predict your weather for today. Do you need an umbrella? Do you want to wear a raincoat? Do you want to put rubbers on your fucking shoes? I don't fucking give a fuck what you do. Actually, I don't wear anything. I don't put rubbers on. I don't put a raincoat, rain pants. I have no jacket. I have no umbrella. If I need to, I'll get the fuck out and I get wet. Who cares? You take a shower every fucking day, don't you? So why do you need a fucking umbrella? I don't understand. That's another fucking goddamn stupid invention. We take showers every fucking day, but you're afraid to go, and you go swimming, you go, you know, in a swimming pool with chlorine, you go in the fucking toxic Jersey fucking Atlantic Ocean. That's so goddamn murky and muddy and fucking who knows what the fuck is floating around in that, but you're afraid to run out in the rain to your car. You need an umbrella to go 10 feet. Fucking pansy ass bitches. Old time Roberts. Holy shit. Right? Look at these clouds. Do they look nasty? Yeah. Could they produce something bad? Yeah. What the fuck? Be careful. I don't need a fucking retard telling me that we're going to get 5 inches of fucking rain today. When it happens, it happens. I'll see it. I'll see it and then I'll believe it when I see it. Hey, Nina. They get paid, right or wrong. Exactly, Renee. That's AI prediction. Artificial intelligence? Thank you, Mindy. Smash that button. Just don't fucking crack your screen, please. Don't crack the screen when you smash that fucking subscribe button or like button, all right? You just woke up. Well, you worked hard last night, man. You must have had some hard, rough sex. You're just waking up. It's all right. Sleep in. You work middle shift. No reason to get up early. Fuck you're getting up early. That's for the birds. I really feel sorry. Anybody that has to get up every single day at 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock in the morning to be at work by 7 or 8 your whole life. I really feel sorry for you, educated, college degree people that have to get up and be like fucking robots every single day of your life and report in and punch in. That must really suck. I feel for you, all right? I guess I'll turn right here. Let's see what this, any flooding conditions down here? Nope. Look at the flags, they're barely blowing. The fuck is calling me? Hey, I gotta call you back. I'm live streaming. Unless you want to be part of the fucking show. All right? How much tree did you smoke? Let me put you on speakerphone. This is the doctor, everybody. You remember the doctor? Well, he was, smoking tree the other day. Oh, you were doing it for medical purposes only. Yeah, right. I mean, if they get chlamydia or, HPV, maybe you can, put some THC oil in their pussy. I don't fucking know. piece of work. Any further questions for the gynecologist? Your piece of work. All right. What's going on? I'm live. I'm in the middle of a live. I'm in the middle of a great show here. You just blew it up apart. Well, not. I mean, maybe 1 o'clock or something. I don't know. What are you gonna get for me? Where do we go? Did you? Yeah, I like the tip. That's why I tip big to these waitresses, because I want to get, with my phone number on the bills, and it never seems to work. You know? They just like taking my money. I know how it works. Typical woman. Yeah, I'm on my way back to the office, so. No, that they can't handle that. You know what I mean? Hey, maybe there's some women in here that need a gyno exam. I don't know. We can discuss it over lunch. We'll discuss the fees. You know, if you have a big, hairy, yucky pussy, you're going to pay more. The rate goes up. If you got a nice shaved kitten, the price goes down. Because you want to bring him in every 6 months instead of a year. The price goes down, he said, but something else goes up. Fucking something else. All right, I'll call you back. Okay, dude. See ya. Bye. Holy shit. All right, what a show today, huh? You want more rain in the UK? What, don't you get rain over there? Show a little, give them more tip. That's how it works. I mean, sometimes I tip as much as my bill was. And, you know, the cuter you are, the more flirty you are, the bigger the tip. But I just don't do that because of nice. You could be a guy, and sometimes I find out, you know, guys make better waiters than waitresses. No shit. Sometimes they're better, and I always tip good because if I return, the more I return and come back and give a good tip, word gets out that this guy's a good tipper. Take care of this guy. So when you're sitting in a restaurant wondering why a waiter or waitress is taking care of another table better than yours, that's because that's a regular customer that tips very, very well, and you cannot blame them for doing it. You know what I'm saying? And that's how it works, I swear to God. If you're always wondering why somebody's getting better treatment at a restaurant than you are, just remember that. Because that person is probably a regular. They probably get the same waitress or waiter every time they go in, and they tip very, very big. It's usually 50 to 100%. All right? And I've learned this from some waitresses that I do this with. And they tell me, I'm like, you know, you got to wait on them over there, or the guy behind me, they're going to get pissed because you're sitting here, you're really, you know, working. And she's like, I don't care, you know, and then she'll turn around and show me the tip that the guy left. He leaves like $1.50, and you're in a nice, you know, a decent fucking restaurant. And she goes, here, and I'm supposed to fucking, you know, wait on him like this? Cheap ass, go fuck yourself. Don't blame me or the waitress. A matter of fact, for that kind of tip, she should only wait on me, and they should say, hey, this guy's, you know, tipping $60, $50 at a shot, where you're just going to stay with him. and let other people take the other tables until I leave. Because even if she did all her normal tables within that hour, she ain't gonna make $60 fucking dollars. You know what I mean? So I should get her for the whole duration that I'm there. All right, I'm gonna pull over here. I'm gonna read my messages in the comments, and then I'm gonna go work and grab some lunch. Rent is due today, so I gotta cut all the rent checks out. Oh, man, that's a big chunk. The rent, I think, is the second biggest expense next to payroll. And we're not talking about the cost of goods sold. Vendor money, that's a lot too, but we don't count that. That gets shaved off the top, and then you get to your net stuff. So we don't include cost of goods sold. That's the first thing that comes off the money you make. So far, the weather's not bad here. I mean, it's barely raining, people. It actually, some spots, it looks like it's starting to get a little lighter and clear up. So it's just a drizzle right now. And over here to the right, I think it's actually thinning out. It looks like it's getting very light over to my right side. So I hope you guys had fun. I know people like when I go off on a rant. Hello, Sharon. Yeah. And they already knew, you already knew what they wanted. Exactly, Sharon. And these people are serving you. All right. You don't have to do, they're cooking your food. They're bringing the food to you, the drinks, the bread, any other things you need. They're running back and forth. You could have stayed home and did all the cooking. Then you'd have to do the dishes. You'd have to buy everything, prepare it. It's a lot of work. It would take you, hours to prepare your big meal that you get when you go out to a nice restaurant. And you got to do all the work yourself. So, and these people are getting two something an hour plus tips, which is unfair because not everybody's a good tipper. But I'm just telling you, anytime somebody holds the door for you, opens the door for you, brings you food and drinks, clears your table, ask if you want anything else, and you're not lifting a fucking finger, you owe them a tip. All right? You owe them a tip. I don't give a fuck. They're loading your luggage or unloading your luggage out of the car. The bellboy, whatever you fucking call them, opening the door. You tip these people, all right? Because if you had to hire them full time to be your servant, you'd be paying a pretty big fucking salary to them, all right? Don't be a cheap fuck, because I know for a fact they do talk about you. I'm good friends with a lot of them. And when the people leave, they'll be like, you know what, he fucking let me that cheap fuck, and then he wonders why I didn't fucking wait on him. I mean, you go into a steakhouse and you leave $1.50 fucking tip, I'd trip you on the way out. And then that guy will leave and give a bad review online that he wasn't served properly or this and that and blah, blah, blah. But yet, he's looking at her and she's with me the whole fucking time. And then you wonder why. That's why that brings us to the next fucking rant. Don't ever believe anything you read in reviews online of any business. Because one, it's corporate espionage. It's other competitors going on there with their employees to badmouth your business. It's asshole customers who can't afford your product and then get fucking mad. All right? Or in the case of, you're a cheap fuck, and because you don't get, waited on like I do, you got to badmouth the place. And then these people who give bad reviews wonder why. Some of the bad reviews, believe, but a lot of them don't believe. I know. It's a fact. And most of the bad reviews, especially when they tell you to go somewhere else and try this website or try this place, that is a competitor. Don't ever believe those. Hi, Christina, her. Gotcha, Sharon. Thank you, Nina. I don't sugarcoat nothing. I don't have a filter. I'm going to tell you the fucking facts. All right? And, you know, the truth hurts a lot of people. Yeah, I'm near that. Yeah. Never been in this one, ever. I've never been in any of them. I think I've been in 2 my whole life. I despise them. But anyway, I had fun today. I hope you liked the rant. The weather, all right? It is what it is. It's getting really bright to my southeast. But again, we're on the edge of it, I think. So looking southeast, it should be clear down that way. I mean, cloudy, but shouldn't be dark clouds and raining. Oh, you're pretty local. Has anybody heard from Yvonne? Because she was sick Saturday night, and she hasn't been around for the last 4 days. So I'm hoping she's okay. I'm going to try to reach out to her another way. Hello, Brad Zimmerman.
Bringing EMS, Lehigh Valley Mac building, 2100 Mac Boulevard in the main lobby. Crusher Road Street, southbound Street. ALS, nominal bin.
You know, that's the second call I heard there. That's their corporate headquarters, the hospital center.
Lehigh Valley Mac building, 2100 Mac Boulevard in the main lobby.
Are people walking in there thinking that's a hospital because it says Lehigh Valley Hospital on the side of it? It's their corporate offices. I've been hearing a lot of calls there lately, and this guy's in the main lobby with abdominal pain. I'm wondering if they think it's a hospital.
Third-party caller from Lehigh Valley Physician Group reporting a 60-year-old woman there called the office with suicidal thoughts of jumping off the bridge. They still currently have her on the phone.
I think I'm going to start changing my news working website over to just a rant website and upload some controversial videos and things that are just trending in the world. I'm going to see if I can still upload. I haven't had time yet. But maybe because it's raining today, I get home, maybe I'll do some of this. I got to start experimenting with the website and see if I can upload some stuff. Maybe I'll get the studio working. Man, I haven't been in that studio. I hope I remember how to turn everything on. Brad, okay, yeah, right now it's light, but yeah, there's a lot of precip coming. But again, you just got to look out your window and say, hey, it's raining like a motherfucker. God damn. Make sure your sump pump's working. You should have did that, weeks ago. I've been meaning to replace mine. I don't have no leaks in my basement. I do have a sump pump because I have a walkout basement, so it's not below grade. But it's as old as the house now, so I should just have it replaced. Why wait till it breaks? That's our human nature. We always wait till something breaks until we fix it or replace it. If you got a 20-year-old refrigerator that's still working, fuck it, get rid of it and get a new one before it goes bad, during the night or you're at work and everything goes south in it. Oh yeah, like I said, we're on the edge of it over there in the southeast. That's where I'm looking towards Jersey. It's getting pretty bright out over there. And that'd be the top right of your screen. What do I do for work? I own a chain of retail stores. as CEO, president. I enjoy the more frequent live streams. Well, we're getting there. So yeah, we're gonna be doing more. The channel is growing. I hit 70,000 subs just a couple, like 3 weeks ago, and I'm already at 70,300. So I've been getting about 100 subs in less than a week. And I noticed because of more live streams, I'm not uploading a lot of video, but I've been doing a lot of live streams. I'm getting more subs. So my goal is to get to 100,000, and maybe I can get there quicker, if I more frequently upload content. And since I don't have content to upload, I'll do live streams. Sharon, right? That's the more professional thing. I have a good battery backup for the pump too. Yeah, I don't have a battery backup on that pump. But like again, my basement isn't below, it isn't in the ground. It's a walkout basement. Only the front wall is below ground, and then the rest of it's completely, So, I got 3 livable floors. It's not considered a basement. It's very nice. I will never buy another house with a basement. I don't think I'm ever going to buy another house. I only owned 2 homes in my whole life, and this is my house that I completely redid. But having a walkout basement is the best thing I've ever did in a purchase of a home. I would absolutely. I hate basements. So if you can ever find a house or build a house on a grade where there's a hill and you can build a house into the hill and the back is completely open and you can have a walkout basement, it's completely livable. There's 3 rooms and closet. There's a lot of it. Made the house so much bigger. Bill lives in the basement. Yeah, well, I could live in the basement. It's a walkout basement for sure. I mean, it's beautiful. It could be 3 bedrooms. It could be a living quarters down there if I want it to be. I have my home office there. I have my studio in there. I got the man cave on the other side. I got a big maintenance room. I got plenty of closet and storage space there. It's beautiful. Windows and doors across the whole back of the place. It's nice and lit up. It's you don't feel like you're in a dungeon. So it's perfect. I would never get another home that has a full basement. Yeah, Brad, I would never quit my day job, but I've been live for 48 minutes, Joe. No pool. Yeah, you should. Oh, no, right now you're not getting anything. It's probably dry in D.C. It's more to the west and northwest. Yeah, Olympic pool's nice, but I don't need a pool. I have nobody, kids growing up. My ex never liked to swim anyway, so she didn't like the pool. So yeah, it'd just be a lot of work for me. I'd rather build a 3-car garage with a walkout basement. I've been looking at that too. I just need to get my ass off I need to light a fire under my ass and maybe hire an architect and see. I need at least a 5-car garage. So I'm thinking if they can do something to the rear of that property because it goes down another level, I could have a garage and then a walkout basement to the garage, which could be my storage shed for my mowers and everything. And then above would be all the, a 3-car garage to put my motorcycles and my other 2 vehicles in. Hot tub only, Joe. Right, I have a hot tub. Tom Miller, well, we'll see what happens. They could be wrong. It could shift further to the northwest and it just stays like this all day. Maybe we'll get slammed. I don't know. We'll get a few inches. But I don't know if you were here for my rant at about 30 minutes ago. I had a pretty good rant about weather and weathermen, all right? You might want to watch this over again because the rant was pretty on spot. I don't know how long you've been here, but we've been on for now 50 minutes. I'll try to do an hour, and I gotta go. I got shit to do. Where's our weather friend? Who's that? Jay? Jay's going to Yellowstone on Sunday, but he has to stay home now and watch the pump in the basement. Cause see, he has a full basement that leaks. Basements are nothing but trouble if you have a full-blown basement and no walkout basement. I love my walkout basement. I will never, like I said, people, do yourself a favor. If you ever move and you're looking for a home, don't buy a home with a basement. Make sure it's a walkout. That means the back end of the basement is all above ground level, except for the front wall. Make sure it has nice doors and windows across there, brings a lot of sunlight in, and it's considered livable floor space in your home. There's an attic. Yeah, I don't have an attic. But my roof is so big. There's a little access panel to get up in there. And when I looked in there, I almost shit my fucking pants. There is so much space up there. If I could somehow get stairs up there and finish it, it would be a huge, huge addition there. Be a nice man cave where you could smoke cigars, because you could put a fan right there on the roof, suck it all out, put a split system AC unit in, some dormers to get windows in there. It's a beautiful big open space. I was like, are you kidding me? Why waste it? They put these big roofs, these big peaks and everything, and then there's so much space under there, and they didn't leave me no way to get up in there. I would love to finish that, but I'd probably have to, undo the smallest bedroom and maybe put a spiral staircase in there or something. But how would I get furniture up in there and stuff? It would be beautiful open space, but I could put dormers down the one side of the roof. It would be beautiful, man. Then I'd have a 4-story home. Yeah, I know what you mean, but that's good for storage access. But if you want to make it a livable space, you want to have it open. Like, I don't have all 3 of my floors are completely open. I don't have a cellar door to go open and go down to the lower level. It's all one stairwell from the bottom to the top to the top floor. So I don't want no doors closing anything off, because then it doesn't feel like part of the home. If you got to open a door to access that part of the home, it's not the same. So, no elevator, no. Listen, before I got divorced, I had big plans for this house. I was going to put a huge addition on it. But luckily I didn't, because I had to give half the house to my ex. So the more it's worth, the more I would have had to pay. So now I can do whatever the fuck I want. So I think I'm going to hire an architect here at some point. When it's not a priority, like, I don't need the space. So whenever I feel like spending money, I'll hire an architect and see what they say. Yeah, you got to have an open, the first floor got remodeled. It's an open floor plan. There was a door to the lower level, but when we finished it completely, we took the door off, and the stairwell looks like you're going, if you don't put a door on your stairwell to the second floor bedrooms, right? So why have it to the lower level if it's a complete livable space? You take it down, you make it part of the house. You don't need a door to your basement if it's a livable, space. Because I was like, hey, this don't make sense. Why have a door here when we don't have a door right here to go to the second floor? So I'm going to take the door off, and we redid it all nice. And yeah, no reason to block that off. Because once you shut the door, you'll never use that portion. You'll forget it's there.
You're released by EMS. You can terminate. will be determined with them.
Isn't Ron an architect? No. Brad, it's half. So, you know, again, you take what your house is worth, you subtract the mortgage that you still owe on it, whatever you owe on the house, you subtract it from there, and that final number you divide it by 2, and your wife gets half. So either like 98% of the people have to sell their home to afford to pay the half to their wife. So I paid half to my wife. I don't have a mortgage, so I just paid half to her, and that's that. Now, you could both get an appraisal on it or want to pray. I did it in a roundabout way and just said, hey, this is what the house is worth. She agreed to it, and boom, I gave her half. We need to do a great discussion on divorce. Most people don't get in detail of what a marriage and a marriage license really is. And that I could talk. I want to do a 2-hour show from the studio on just divorce. And before we talk about divorce, you got to talk about falling in love, getting engaged, the marriage license, and then you got to get to the divorce part. Because all the cool, funny, lovey, butterfly feelings in your stomach in the beginning all end up at the end here in a divorce. And, 7 out of 10 people will get a divorce. And right now, the facts are women are asking for a divorce at a higher rate than men now. All right? Because for some reason, women just want to feel like they got to do something on their own. They raised the kids. They stayed home. They cut their career in half to raise the kids. They're tired. They don't want to do it. They want to buy their own home. They want to have their own mortgage. They want to do this. They want to do that, and they want to be free. Hello. Hey, what's up? It's funny how I'm just in the middle of a marriage / divorce discussion live on YouTube, and you called. I thought maybe you were watching. Because I was like, what did I say wrong that this person's calling me? No. Why should I tell him I'm getting married? Do you know something I don't know? I mean, should I tell him I'm getting married? The person on the phone says, am I telling you people I'm getting married? So I shouldn't contradict myself or talk out both sides of my mouth. I got caught. What? Yeah, I'll go. I'm almost done. I'm actually leaving here soon. A couple minutes. Okay, see ya. Oops. Oh, shit. That was a good one, people. See, you never know what's going to happen on News Working. I got tears running down my eyes. I'm laughing so fucking hard. You never know who's watching News Working. You can come up anytime, Joe. I feel like it's not worth getting married anymore. Well, it really isn't. Best man Joe, here I come. Have you heard from Kibbs or Michelle? I have not, Joe. And Yvonne is sick as of Saturday night, and we haven't heard from her. I hope she's not hospitalized. Yeah, it's a little higher than that, Brad. The studio's good. I got to go in there. I think once the summer's over and I'm back indoors, I got a lot of shit I got to do inside my house. Plus the outside. I'm a procrastinator. I got to get shit done. I think once, the bikes are away and I have nothing to do, and it gets dark early, I'll be in the studio. I'm going to get that thing fired up. I'm going to redo the website. We're going to start talking about things. People are loving all my live streams that I'm doing on YouTube. The YouTube channel's growing. I'm getting, I just got 300 new subscribers in a couple weeks. I want to hit 100,000. We got to talk about some stuff that nobody else wants to talk about, like marriage, the marriage license, the divorce that comes later, and the whole 9 yards. So. And in between all that talk, we got to talk about relationships and love and everything else. I mean, it's, and why. Maybe I could show clips of Sex Life. That explains some of it. All right, Sex Life on Netflix. If you haven't already watched it, I want you people, if you have Netflix, which I think everybody does, watch Sex Life, and then we got to talk about it. Because is that real life situations going on there? I think, I'm not a woman, but it's more from a woman's perspective. Maybe, this is what happens to women. Because I just got done saying right before I got a phone call from a person I really like, I was saying, right now the fact is more women are asking for a divorce than men. So it's the women that want to fly the coop now and get out of the nest. They're tired of being in the bird cage, all right? They want to expand their wings and take off. So I understand that, especially when you've been married, after the 8 years, the 7 year, that's why they call it a 7-year itch, because you get that 7-year marriage and you're bored, and you're getting an itch to fuck somebody else, and this is what happens. So anyway, one time divorced. Nina's, I am too, but I had a nice stretch. Yeah, it's not like, hey, I've been married 3 times and they only last 3 or 4 years. Who the fuck would want to go out with me? I've been in a 27-year marriage, which divide that by 3 is 9 years alimony in Pennsylvania. For people that don't know, you take how long you've been married divided by 3, and that's what you're going to pay out in alimony. The number of years in alimony. And then it's 40% of the difference in pay scale. That's, of course, without a prenup. So, yeah. Man, my brain is just filled with a bunch of knowledge right now. I don't even know how to spit it all out. They do, Brad. And, I was too, and I learned a lot from my divorce. I found myself. I love myself more now, probably. I had a lot of time to think about it. So, you can't fuck that up. But you only learn from your mistakes, all right? So, I've heard it from another woman, a good friend of mine, and, she said, look, I'm in a rut, I'm this and that, blah, blah, blah. And one thing she liked after I told her, I said, well, listen, we have testosterone. And until women can understand men, and she's been married 20 years, all right? And she sounds almost like my ex. And, he's my, a great friend of mine, and I hate to see him go part their ways, but at some time down the road. But I told her, I said, just because we don't show affection after 20, 30 years, and you don't got them butterflies, and we're not touchy-feely, or, we don't show her. She's complaining he doesn't show his feelings. He's not affectionate. In the beginning, he was. I was too. But at the end, or not the, I don't want to consider it the end, but what happens is, the women today, they want all this stuff yet. And I said, just because we don't show it, it's our testosterone. We're men, we try to hold it back. We're supposed to be tough guys, all right? That doesn't mean we don't love you. And she was like, oh, thank you. I needed to hear that, and blah, blah, blah. I'm sorry. I said, I'm sure he loves you. I know for a fact he does. But because he's not showing it doesn't mean that he doesn't. So, and she needed to hear that. So hopefully maybe I can save a marriage. You know what I mean? I'm out here to help. And if she could go and run to all her girlfriends, and she's going to hear the same shit from the girls. But if she has a man to talk to, and I can give her, unfiltered, straight from the gut of a man, of what we feel, maybe she said, I need that kind of talking to, because she only gets it from one side, her girlfriends. She's not hearing it from a man and the testosterone and the, alpha male or whatever. And you women need to hear that from us, from a source, not from your husband or whatever. And you can't run into your girlfriends and ask them, you're not going to, you need to hear it from another man of how we feel. So, but we don't always love them. We love it. What, the sex. I say, and not me, but I've read this and I actually think it's true. If you can get it through a marriage of 20 years, 15, 20, 30 years, like I did, if I would have, I think in today's age, you marry later. You marry in your 30s, in your mid to late 30s. If you do that, marriages will last till death do you part. All right? Think about this. If I would have married in my 30s and had all my fucking around and everything, if you watch Sex Life, you're going to understand where I'm coming from. All right? The man, the lady, in your 20s, you're fucking young. You should be out fucking having a good time, trying different meats, trying different plates on the menu. And when you hit your 30s, you're still going to have kids. Now you can settle down. So if I would have married at 34, 35, 35, 45, 55, by the time I'm 65, 70, you don't get divorced anymore. Do you understand? You would make it to the end now, because marriages are shorter. But if you marry young, you're going to get divorced in your 30s or 40s. That's, who the fuck wants to do that? But if you would have waited and made sure you had the right man, you would get the right fucking, and you marry at 35, 45, 55. Once you get over the 55 to 60 hump in your marriage, you are unlikely to get divorced. That is fact. So if you want to get married and you want to fuck around and you want to be talking to 15 different guys or, 15 different girls online and this and that, don't get married early. Get it out of your system. All right? Plant your seeds everywhere. Just make sure you don't get nobody pregnant. Have your fun. Try your different sex. You're going to understand when you watch Sex Life, you're going to know where I'm coming from. And maybe in the second season, Brad, which is what do I want to say? The player is eventually going to go now, and now he wants to settle down. And he's probably in his mid to late 30s. So that's that. I got Walmart security right behind me with his lights flashing. But I don't give a shit. He's just watching me. I've been sitting here for quite a while. So I'm going to head out, go to lunch with the doc. And that's that. I hope you enjoyed the show. Lots more to come. I think everybody's starting to enjoy all this. So we'll see what happens. And then we'll be back. I mean, if it gets really bad tonight, if I want to venture out, I will, or maybe do something from the studio or, from the man cave looking outside to see all the weather. Other than that, hey, I hope everybody enjoys the show. Hit that subscribe button, hit the like button. And if you want, you can always message me if you like other things. You want me to talk about something, I will. Maybe he's watching a live stream. He could be. I've been married 27 years. But remember, that 30 years in Pennsylvania is 10 years of alimony. We can also talk about why men don't want to get married now. Why women can't find good men. All right. Why don't women want to find good men? Or why they can't find them. And why a lot of men don't want to get married. Because the court system in a divorce is lopsided and abuses men and makes us look really bad. I know. I'll tell you one thing. I'm an expert on a divorce right now because I paid attention during mine and read all the paperwork. And it's not a divorce, it's a lawsuit. And men, you know, they hear stories like mine and they don't want to get married. All right? They don't want to lose what they have. And it's not really fair. If you're an able working woman, why do you do that to another human being is beyond me. Whether the court says it's allowed or not. Have a fucking heart. Just because you fell out of love with somebody and you want to fucking walk away, why do you need my support? And if I told you my numbers, you people would throw the fuck up if you knew what I was paying out. All right? It's not right, but it's the law, and you know, you don't have to go by a law in a divorce. Everything in a divorce is negotiable. Everything. Even down to the alimony. But if you can't figure it out on your own and you go in front of a judge, then they go by the law. And then you fucking really lose. So anyway, that's that. I gotta go. I'll talk to you guys later.